Did you want them in here by themselves? Did you want them in here? Were you in the wrong room?
No, I was in the right room. I was just waiting for everybody to get here.
Oh, I was here already, fucker.
Oh,
I was here.
You were here.
I was here before you.
Interesting. Because
That's crazy.
I had to call you.
That's crazy.
To find out where you were.
I was here. I was here. No, I don't want to hear that. They're trying to make it seem I was here, bro. I was literally here. I had to write 3 mass messages that I had to. You know what? You know what, bro? Fuck you, bro. I was really about to go heavy in detail to have my rebuttal.
Yo. Look, he was here on time.
Bro, thank you, bro. He challenged my character, bro. He was challenging my character.
I can vouch. If anything, you were late.
I was
right.
Oh,
you got here. You just got here, bro. Where were you?
Oh shit. I was doing my taxes.
Oh shit! You was on camera the whole time.
I was
just watching you. Everybody knows when you do your taxes. You're stressed. I don't weigh in that.
I'm always stressed. That's just my natural face.
You got a point.
I got children. Taxes is like the best time of the year.
Out loud. I'm saying it out loud, bro.
That's when people be coming out of nowhere and be like, "Yo, can I borrow your kid real quick for my tax return?"
Right. The fuck?
We look forward to tax season.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the
Shit,
Filler.
we're live right now.
We're live. We're always live.
It's live, bro.
We're always live.
I was talking crazy.
Talking crazy all day, every day. Welcome everybody to the last episode of this year for the Filler. We came back at a weird time because Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve is both on Thursday where we filmed the Filler. So that's why we're doing a special episode today on Monday. And then we'll be pretty much off till January 7th. We'll be coming back with a very special episode. I know Nogi's really looking forward to it. We got some pretty dope guests for that one. But this episode, we're going to be focusing on building a positive community with 2 of my fellow Masenko members. We have MIKEYMAYBACH and KINGALLAN. So we'll go into little introductions in a bit. But yeah, we're going to be discussing building a positive community for not only the Destiny community, but just in general, being streamers and content creators. And just what to do, how they kind of get to where they are, because they both, I know Alan has done an amazing job, and we're going to talk more about what he's trying to kind of do for India. And then Mikey leading one of the main admins for Masenko, which has just been blowing up recently. They're gonna have a lot of good insight.
Some say it was all me.
Yeah, I think it was all you.
Some say.
I mean, Rev is the face, but I'm thinking it's you. I'm thinking you're doing all the work.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know.
Behind the scenes, bro, you have no idea. It's all me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I mean, we'll get that. We'll get that confirmation. And then obviously we have, Nogi is obviously my co-host, but he is a community manager for G1, so we're gonna get a good insight into what he thinks is a good way to build a positive community as well. So. Nogi, if you want to take it away, get it started, and then we'll go to.
You kind of did my job for me. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Take it away.
Where am I taking it? Where we going? Your voice, bro. I just want to hear.
You hear my voice? Turn off the lights and light a candle. I got 2 candles over there. You filthy bitch. No,
my god.
I was playing. What's going on, everybody? Thank you. I feel like second day back. Don't judge me. Listen, what is going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming back to the Filler. We have 2 guests here. Not going to repeat their names. That's stupid because MARU already did it for me. Hence why I said I don't know why I'm doing this. But he wants to hear my voice. So I'm just going to consistently repeat myself. Thank you so much for stopping by the Filler. We appreciate you for coming here. We have 2 new guests. I have 2 candles over there. You filthy bitch. Lick the mic. You would like that, wouldn't you? Anyway, moving forward, gentlemen, how is everybody doing today? I hope you guys are doing well.
Absolutely, man.
I've had the pleasure of having a conversation with Alan. However, Alan doesn't accept invites, chat.
Oh, shut up.
Alan doesn't accept
game
invites, bro. Alan doesn't.
Bro.
No, you're not wrong. Alan's the type to literally, literally not come when you ask him to, and then complain when you're not around.
I'm fucking done, bro.
Alan reached out, and I responded immediately because I loved his energy, right? Hopped into his stream, I was sitting there, and after a while, I was like, you know what? I really want to fucking play with this guy. Sent him an invite. Didn't respond.
Bro, I was helping somebody.
Did he leave you on red? He left you on red?
Never. No, I responded to him.
I leave you on red. He didn't leave me on red. He completely ignored me.
No.
He was like,
okay, bullshit.
He was like, move to
bullshit.
spam.
No, bullshit, bro. That's bullshit.
Liar.
So he invited me. He invited me. I was actually helping somebody get to legend and calm, and I couldn't dip on them straight away. You know, like if I was alone, I would have definitely.
So I can't. So I'm dead weight. So I wouldn't be able to help you get them to legend because I'm dead weight. Wow.
I had a partner there. I'm not gonna like ask my partner to leave, and that would be disrespectful. Wow. Imagine, right? Imagine I asked somebody to.
You think I don't feel disrespect? No, I'm just
That's Alan. I would have dumped my partner.
See.
When Nogi calls, you answer.
Oh my god! You guys, can you guys hear that?
I do.
Yeah.
I rarely.
That's the mosque.
That's the mosque. That's fire. I'm the mosque. Like, hearing the mosque. And honestly, it makes me miss like New York. It makes me miss New York. I miss like.
It happens.
Yeah.
Bro, it happens there 5 times a day, bro. 5 times a day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure the practices are very identical because it's a very tightly knit practice. But yeah, where it depended. Well, where I lived, it wasn't like directly close to one, but as you can hear, the mosque's volume was so it was so broad. You heard it no matter what, and it
make sure they're praying.
I miss it. I miss it.
For real? Yo, so far,
it makes me miss
every American that I've spoken to, they've said that such things don't happen there, and they'll be reported for noise complaints.
No, in New York.
New York is the loudest city in the world.
But I feel like there's enough assholes in New York who would actually do 100%. That to file like noise complaints. 100%. But the difference between all of I'm not gonna ask because I'm just gonna assume that they are. I ain't gonna ask. But I feel like you know what question I'm looking at you referring to. I'm not gonna ask, but are they?
I'll tell you right now. Mikey and me have wallpaper right now. This is our walls. Just look at our walls real quick. Look at the walls.
Okay, so they are. Okay, so we move forward. Okay, so what I'm saying is that usually people who kind of look like me, nah, we don't care, bro. We don't care. I miss home, bro. It makes me miss home. Anyway, moving forward. We get sidetracked. Alan, appreciate you. However, we have a new guest here. Again, I'm not going to repeat his name because Maru already did it. Tell us about yourself, sir. It's the first time that I'm meeting you. It seems to me like you have a really good clan. Nah, man, I gotta. It's a part of the job, bro.
Everybody knows the best in the West, the beast from the East, with the mouth from the South. All right, now I'm just playing. MIKEYMAYBACH. Most people know me because I probably shot him in the face.
Maybach music.
Like that. Catchy name, catchy slogan. Just all around good vibes, man. I just want to hang out with everybody and do this. What we're doing right now. This is my ideal situation right here.
Fire. Okay.
I feel right at home.
My man, 50 grand. We like to hear that. Well, nonetheless, we appreciate both of you coming here. We appreciate being back. Me and Mike, we're back.
Finally. Back at it again.
Back in the ring with the fisticuffs with the young kids and the squid guards.
I'm just trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep up with you young guys because I'm too old, man.
What you talk about?
Too old for this shit.
Nogi's got energy, man.
He has energy for days.
I've always had energy.
He just don't have energy to answer my phone though. That's the only thing.
I'm depressed, you asshole. I don't answer anybody.
You blame him?
No, I don't.
Unbelievable.
Do you really want me to answer everything you send my way, bro?
Yeah.
Think about it. If you call me at 3 a.m. and I'm myself, you really want to hear me at 3 a.m, bro?
I'm just saying, if I send you a booty pic and you don't respond, it makes me feel a type of way.
If you send me a booty pic, I respond in dick pics. So.
Oh shit!
Interesting.
Hey, with your rebuttal now, huh?
I don't even want to see your album.
Hey, listen. If you are a friend with Nogi, you get blessed. I'm playing.
I don't know what phone company you have, but you better hope they never get hacked.
Oh no, it's over for me. If that's the case, it's a wrap. I'm telling you right now, it's a whole done deal, bro.
I can't afford to get hacked. I'll be done.
Nah, you think Listen, you think I'm bad, bruh?
No.
I'm telling you.
Miles is quiet and innocent over there. He's like, bro, you got no idea.
Yeah, you don't
Innocent,
know.
bro.
You don't
Damn,
know.
bro.
Maru is fucking Victor Von Doom out here. Nobody knows it.
Dr. Doom up in this bitch.
Right? He out here. Y'all think he's Doctor Strange? Okay.
All right, guys, but let's get into it. Let's start the conversation about like you said, building about a positive community, kind of things that you guys are doing in your own communities and what you're doing around yourself, how you're affecting people. Let's just start with Alan. Alan, what is a positive or what's a community to you in your eyes?
People who are able to check themselves no matter what. No matter what. And I'm talking no matter what. Like there's no bullshit just because you're buddies with somebody. You can ask Mikey, you can ask Reb, people that I regularly chill with. If I don't like something that they're saying or doing, I immediately check them. And if I do something that doesn't sit well with them, they immediately check me. And checking, when I say check each other, doesn't mean like what your personal preference is towards that situation. It's how you should be carrying yourself everywhere. See, I've been wanting to get on the show for a minute, right? Because there's hella hypocrisy like going around the community in general, where people don't carry themselves with the same energy everywhere. They just don't. You'll see people show up for certain issues because it looks and sounds cool, makes them look good or whatever, and then you know for other issues they just turn a blind eye because it's not as cool or whatever. And you gotta hold that same energy everywhere. That's where it starts. You gotta start from yourself, from you. It needs to start, and then it has to go to everybody else.
Yeah.
And if everybody holds themselves accountable for their own, uh,
100%.
for their own character, I think everything will be perfect. I think everything will be perfect. Me and Mikey don't need to agree. We actually don't agree with a lot of things. You know, I can still sit and have a conversation with him the next day, or even after that conversation. Even if we don't see eye to eye, he's still my boy. He's still my friend. He's still my brother. You know, it shouldn't be any other way. We should be able to have conversations without hurting each other for having opinions. But that energy is just not there in the community. It's just not there. I don't care what anybody else says. Like, it's just not there. I see it every day in and day out.
I agree. I much rather have that kind of friendship and people around me, and I do have those people around me. My best friends, they're my best friends for a reason, right? So, the one thing I that it irks me the most is like seeing positive police everywhere, in public,
Can
and
you
then
explain for the viewers just in case what positive police are in
positive
your
police
definition?
are like, I guess they're the ones that sort of, when it comes to for the when it comes to like what they want to project themselves to the public. And obviously it's all cool to see what you stand up for, who you stand up for, um thing the different things you stand for and all that. But like in private, you got to hold that same weight.
Yeah.
In private, if it's your friend, you got to be the same person that's like, hey, yo, you got to chill. Or hey, yo, look, let me put you on game on something else. Or hey, look, what you're doing is just straight out, I don't like it, man. You got to really think about this. And if you can't do that in private with your friends, there's no point in doing all the public stuff. And that's just my thing. I hate seeing positive police, but then like, and again, I'm not talking about anyone specific. I'm just saying, and then your friend gets caught up in something, and then you don't want to say nothing. I don't like that.
Yeah. Yep.
I like having conversations like this when it comes down to holding people accountable, when it comes down to building communities, when it comes down to people who are realism. What Alan was saying, the simpler way to say it, for those of you who may have been confused, because he wasn't confusing at all, but some of y'all are... Anyway, so the simpler way to say it is that it's real easy to stand when it's easy to stand. So it's real easy. It's real easy to stand up for shit that's easy to stand up for, right? You want an example? Again, some of you, might not get it. Might not comprehend, right? St. Jude. We all agree on that, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Cool. I agree on that. I stand up for St. Jude. And if I you ain't gonna fucking catch me be the motherfucker, be like, nah, I don't want to do that. Okay. Go for it. However, Black Lives Matter. Well, now it's like
You
now
crazy. That's
now
everything to me.
now it's you know what I'm saying. I was I don't know. I don't want to. It seems a little bit too crazy. It's too political, right?
Yeah.
So it's easy to stand when it's easy to stand. Now
It's not
what?
political.
It's not political, but I'm just using that as the rebuttal because that's the terminology that they use. Obviously, I mean, as you can see, it's not fucking rocket science, but we're not gonna get into that because that's a whole other conversation.
Yes, sir.
But to connect with what Mikey was saying, holding people accountable is something that's incredibly important, right? And the reasons why I utilize that as a statement is because Mikey is giving off the energy that he's somebody that is openly going to check anybody, no matter what situation it is, no matter what the circumstances may be, right? I have that same exact energy now, current. However, I'm someone who's also a realist, and I'm very transparent about my own personal character, right? I'm very transparent. So, Maru has known me for years. Maru will tell you the person, what's today's date? 12/21/2020. The person today versus the person who he met or who worked with him at GameStop, those two completely different people. I was over here. I didn't give a fuck about anything that I'm standing up for now was not on my radar. I didn't care. If it wasn't about anime, comic books, gaming, or myself, I was selfish. I was arrogant. I was disrespectful. I didn't respect women. I was disrespectful to women. I idolized, sexualized. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was out here really wilding, man. Like I was out here bugging the fuck out. Like I was really wilding. So the reasons why I'm saying all of that, the reason why I'm expressing all of that realism in this particular moment is because anytime I check somebody, and I'm saying this specifically for chat, for anybody who needs a rule book on how to figure it out. Anytime I check somebody, I always look at myself. Anytime I check somebody, I'm always paying attention, right, to whatever it is that they did, and I put myself in their shoes. I think about how I would have done what they did, or if it was something that I already have done, because again, nothing that y'all do really surprises me. So if I'm checking somebody or something that they did, that they have done, that I've done in the past, that's no question. I'm automatically checking because I was a fucking idiot. So I'm not gonna let you be an idiot because I know I was being an idiot. I'm definitely not gonna be quiet around you. Now, every time I do check somebody, I have to pay attention to like, okay, I did that, or I could have done that, or I was that type. If I automatically see an indication of my past self in somebody else's actions, that's an automatic check. That's an automatic check. Off grip. I'm automatically like, I'm chastising you constantly, and it could be for anything. And personally, if y'all haven't known by now, I really don't give a fuck about none of y'all point of view about a lot of shit. I'll listen, but most of the time, I'm just not going to care because most of my mentality comes off of common sense and logical sense, and I'm constantly thinking about everybody's benefit. So it's really difficult to kind of like challenge me on certain things, right?
Yeah.
Like, am I right? Like, there's certain things that nobody can really challenge you on, right? Like, let me give a prime example. Nobody gonna talk to my mom's crazy. Nobody.
Exactly.
We can all agree on that. There's certain things that you can't be like, yeah, but what if whatever she said that hurt your feelings, those is your feelings. Don't talk to my moms like that. It's that simple. Like, that's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there's certain things that most people just can't check on you because it's just common sense. But I like the fact that both of you brought those topics up because it's in terms of community building. Alan, what you were referring to, that builds character, right? And Mikey, what you were saying to connect with what Alan was saying builds trust, which both are two incredibly important things. So not only that, the two of you being those types of individuals is now building the stature of reliability across anybody that's around you because they can rely on the fact they can lean on the fact that they expect Alan and Mikey to do the right thing. You start to build up that reputation. Once you start to build up that reputation, then a lot of the shit that you start to say and do becomes a lot more concrete because you're building a reputation off of a good characteristic that people are not only hearing, but they're visually seeing as well as lively experiencing, like they're witnessing it firsthand. And that's just something that's incredibly important that a lot of people don't pay attention to, especially when it comes down to this industry. So both of you are 100% on top of that. And I like that. Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, most people only see what we put in public, right? Like, especially with the clan stuff. Like, only when we have large gatherings and meetings will people see me and Alan like talk and go at it and things like that. But or even with my other best friends with Cube and Reb and Faye, you guys, for most of you guys that don't know, like we probably argue like 80% of the time we speak to each other. The other 20% times we're laughing and just cooling it. But we're really, because like we took a position of leadership in to build something that was different and a home for a lot of people. And that's how important it is to us. Like we all have different views. We are passionate about different things. Some are more passionate about a specific aspect to the community building, and we'll be sitting there like, no, this is more important. We'll sit there and just argue a lot, but with words and everything, and it gets hectic. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, I love those guys, bro. You know what I mean? You know, people see Alan. He's good with words. He's really tries to connect on a deeper level than most. I'm not like that. I need Alan for that. Because, like somebody says something crazy to Alan or one of my boys, for example, I'll punch him.
Yes! Yes! Oh, I hit my mic. Thank you, God. Jesus, finally, somebody that's just as violent as I am. Fuck. You know how long it's been since I've had that, bro?
I don't know what to say besides that. Like, I know, like, it's the internet. I know people don't want to hear that. Like, don't be violent. Don't be violent. Don't be violent. But the point is, like, what
you gonna say to me? You gonna say it in my face? Say it in my face.
That's just how it is. And I exert that energy into Masenko and the rest of everybody. Like anyone that is there, they always know, like, yo, no matter what, it don't matter what happened, it don't matter who's dissing you, yo, you come to me, yo, I'll fight for you, whether it's on Twitter or whether it's in person. And that's sort of the energy. So like, I love the fact that we argue like that, because now we've built cornerstones in the support structure for everybody. Like people know who they can go to with us, for specific things. Like they go to Alan for some things. They'll go to me because like, Mike, I just need you to have my back right now, and I'll be the bodyguard. And then Reb is the leader, the mentor, like the games and all that stuff. And Cube is the greatest.
Cube is definitely
but Cube is super, super dope. He's the one that you want to go to when you just want to like just have a laugh and just relax. He's that calm presence. But don't get him fucked up, dude, because he'll fuck somebody up too. But and Faye's a mastermind, dude. And I love what we've got in place. I love what we got in place, and I love those boys, So
I want to add to something Mikey said and Nogi said, right? See, bro, whether people want to hear this out or not, the most that I see in the industry and in social media, it's everything black and white. Y'all assume that there's only I don't know if y'all assume or subconsciously move like this, but y'all move like there's only like fucking 3 countries in the world. Like there's UK, US, and fucking Canada. Not everything is like that.
Mm-hmm.
Your normal is not the only normal. It's really not the only normal. There's 93 countries in the world. What's normal to you is not normal to me. What's normal to me is not normal to you. If you have a wider perspective, if you have a wider view of the world, and and the things that everybody else sees and experiences, then I feel like people would carry themselves in a better way. I think they would. Like that. Like an example, right? This is something that happened recently. So Smallhead, right? Smallhead is a homie, by the way. I've known her from when she had like 200 followers and shit. I dropped into her stream one day, and she has the heart of an angel, and she's very fucking kind, very warm, very welcoming, and also she's a nutty gamer, right?
Right.
My question is this: she was there, like her entire character and who she was and all that. She was there, and nobody paid attention to that. They really didn't. But then when these things all blew up, everybody paid attention to her, or whatever. I don't have a problem with it. The problem that I have is the people who are pointing fingers at her, saying that, oh, she's this, or she's that. Whose fault is that?
Yeah,
Whose
you didn't
fault
want to
is
see
that?
the other thing. You wanted to see
Yeah,
that thing.
like you didn't want to fucking support the homie when she was given, or everything in a way that you didn't notice. Whose fault is that? Like, the world's view is messed up. Like the character, uh, you know, heart, values, morals, they're not respected anymore.
Mm.
They're not. They're not like given that much light. They're not given that much love. You know, money, skin, it works. It really does, and that's not their fault. That's our fault. Us human beings in general. You know, we. I don't know why. I don't know if each society has set this norm up that only these things need to work, but that's how these things work. It's really stupid to me. How are you gonna point fingers when you're the cause for the problem in the first place?
Mm.
If you're not the cause, then
Mhm.
you're at least being a catalyst to it. Like the norms don't have to be the same. We don't have to agree to the same things. Don't hate on each other for it. Like, and have a wider perspective of things. Positive community, bro. Destiny community is the most loving, but the most judgmental, and it's irritating.
Yeah, some
Very
people can
irritating.
be positive 24/7 like him, right? So this is why I tell people, like, yo, I want you to be yourself. You can't be positive like that, cool, but you got to be consistent. If
Consistent,
you
yeah.
gonna point, if you gonna point fingers at her, you got a whole lot of people and brands and companies and and all kinds of things you better start pointing finger as for
Fingers
that
at,
use
yes.
sex that use the sex sales model. Like
Yep.
you can't get mad at that one person.
Yeah.
That strategy's been put in place for years already by
You
other people.
you know what that reminds me of, Mikey? And I'm not gonna get too much into religion, but it's those certain religious people that they'll read the Bible and they'll judge you for doing
Yeah.
this. But if you really read the whole Bible, you should be
Yeah.
judging literally everybody else and everything
Yeah.
you're doing. Like the same
Yes,
people
sir.
who, in the Bible, it'll
Hmm.
say, you can't cheat on your wife, can't cheat on your husband. They'll do it, but then if somebody's
Love
gay,
thy
they'll be like, well,
neighbor.
in the
I mean, that's the
Bible, it
first one,
says
right? Like,
this. And I'm like, you
we
can't
got
Yes,
pick and
sir.
choose. You can't
we
pick
got
and
to go to
choose what the Bible, what you want to listen to in the Bible. And again, I don't want to
Yeah.
open up a can of
yeah.
worms, but that, Mikey,
Mhm.
is exactly when you said that, that just reminded me of that, where it's just
Oh
like,
yeah.
you can't pick and
You
choose. You either all in
you won't
or
get
you
my
just mind
you
your
won't get my
business.
attention. You won't get my attention or my
Absolutely.
respect unless you're absolutely consistent with it. If you're gonna be a hater, hate on everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't understand the mentality. Like you said, the Bible actually says, who among you is not fucking sin can cast the first stone. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you perfect? No, you're not.
Mhm.
Nobody is fucking perfect. Everybody has their flaws. Everybody has their own shit going on. Growth comes from within. You gotta be 100 with yourself before you try to fucking police somebody else. Like, chill the fuck out. Like,
Exactly.
chill out.
And
Like, let people do their thing.
I think it's part of it is like the day and age that we're in right now, where it's just like it's keyboard warriors. They're behind a screen, they're behind a phone, and they just think they can say anything and they can get away with it. But 80% of these people would never say anything to your face.
Absolutely not. They wouldn't. You know what,
Eh,
bro? Some of the
like
biggest,
90%
some
of
of the,
that 80% don't even show their face.
I'm not even joking about this. These fucking people that you have on a pedestal saying that these are positive influencers, these are good people. I got receipts on receipts about all of them. I'm not making this shit up. It'll take me 30 seconds to do what everybody else is doing. Like, I'm not about that. Like, I'm not about that. I've reached out to these people in DMs to sort it out and to see, are they actually these kind of people. They're not. Like, most of them are not. And their tone, the way they talk to people, everything changes once you make them uncomfortable with certain questions. They cannot face another aspect that challenges their normal. The minute you walk into that territory, it's just over. They immediately look down on you. But guess what? We put all these people on a pedestal, and then we complain about it when everything goes to so, like everything goes to shit. That's when we complain about it. Like
People are
the
so
the,
scared to
the
be themselves
yeah.
nowadays.
Well,
Like
it's
wait,
part of it's like, at the end of the day, as streamers, content creators, YouTubers, whatever it is, there are a lot of people who are not, I don't want to say not genuine, but there are a lot of people who are putting on a persona to sell their content. But once the
Oh,
camera's off,
100%.
once the phone is down, once the Twitter's closed, they're completely different. And not that there's anything wrong with that. It's okay to put on a persona for a show, but if you're, it's a difference between having a persona for a show, but then being a completely different person. Don't have a persona that's like, oh, Black Lives Matter, but then off
yeah.
stream, you're like, well, fuck these people, who cares? And they go about their day. Have that same energy. So it's a difference, persona for whatever content it is, again, YouTube videos, streamer, whatever, that's okay. But have the same values, whether you're the personality or the person. And I
What
think
we
that's the
don't have
problem.
is enough people preaching how to be real,
Yep.
especially specifically since a lot of us come from Destiny community. We don't have a lot of big streamers besides a very couple few, and luckily we have Glad that tells people be real as fuck. Like, and Glad is something that we obtained recently in Destiny 2, right? So if we go back to Destiny 1, we didn't have that kind of preach. So the things that were like idolized were things that were just idolized on camera for people. Like, for example, if I looked at a streamer from back then and I only saw who they were on camera, so when I if I decided like, okay, well, damn, I want to take a shot at streaming, I'm gonna go with what I saw from there, right? If that's what I want to use. And that's the problem. We didn't have enough people in the beginning to say, yo, be real. We're trying to patch that up now,
It
you
doesn't
know?
work like that either. See, like what no, Nagi said, right? Like 6 years ago, I don't know what he was doing. He said he was messed up and shit like that. I was messed up, right? It's each it's each individual's
I'd get
journey.
banned.
Like no, no, no. I don't care. I'm not talking like just Destiny in general. I'm talking live. Like I OD
Hmm.
twice. Everybody in my community knows about it. I'm not ashamed of it. I was ashamed of who I was. I'm not ashamed of who I am right now. I can hold myself accountable for what I stand for, what my values are, what my morals are, what kind of a person I am. I don't need to prove it to anybody. My actions will reflect my words. I don't need to prove to somebody that I'm a good guy.
Precisely.
I don't need to. Absolutely
I
no need
embody
at
that
all.
100%, yo. If
Like
you really go through my Twitter, like you'll probably see like a couple Black Lives Matter tweets, just like me expressing myself when I really want to. You know, what I did was outside of streaming. I never mentioned it. I mean, my boys know, you know. I marched, I did everything I had to do. All that stuff because
You think
that was the most important, you know.
you don't
I
think
didn't
that
I didn't need I didn't
you
need to
don't
tell Twitter
why?
because like mainly because of my audience. Like what am I gonna do trying to convince a lot of PvP kids that I'm doing this or doing that? No. If I had a message to type, I'd type that message.
Mhm.
Ultimately, the biggest message was just be about it outside of Twitter.
Right.
You know, I
But
check
as
up on my boys.
I respect
I literally check up on my boys.
Mhm.
A bad day, I'm there for them.
Right.
When they're feeling some type of way because of the shit they saw on camera, that shit hurt me.
Of course.
You know, and I had to be there for him to be like, yo, I got you, bro. If you want to talk, I'm here. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna vote to make sure uh that you can finally uplift your people, not me. I don't get hit as hard as you guys. I'm Latino. We don't get hit as hard as you guys.
Mm.
And I said, it's your turn right now because I
Mm.
want you to be there.
The reasons why I asked, firstly, we kind of got off because this whole episode is supposed to be about community building, but we got
Well, on a
so
on a
right,
on a side
it's a
note
serious
though,
topic.
on a side
It's a
though,
serious
Nagi,
yeah,
I
let's
think
go, bro.
I mean,
Nagi,
real quick,
I'm here.
Nagi,
I mean,
Nagi, I'm gonna let you talk real quick. I just want to say, since you said that though, part of
topic.
it is though,
It's all connecting with what we're
exactly,
talking about.
building in yourself first goes into the building the community.
I feel it.
So, but go ahead. I know you're about to. I know you're about to go power up fucking Vegeta. Okay, go.
I was about to, you see, I got my fucking notebook out.
Well, so the Death Note. I was like, okay.
Because I'm listening. Because I'm
Man.
listening to everybody's stuff. But anybody who knows me, this is the first time that me, Alan, and Mikey have actually had a conversation. So I think me and Alan have only talked via DMs. Mikey, me and you have never talked before.
Yeah.
The reasons why I say that is because we're talking about community building. We're talking about topics that affect community building, like Maru said. But all of which we're talking about things like Alan is bringing up topics about toxicity. Mikey, you're bringing up topics about realism, genuine nature, right? All of these things are all things that are required when we're having conversations about how to actually build a community that grows and sticks, right? When you go home and you feel safe in your home, it's a place that you want to be. When people are creating a channel and they're creating a stream, you're creating a vibe, right?
Yeah.
Look at the population that you're in. Look at human beings. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful because I do it myself. Human beings don't buy things that they need. Human beings buy experiences. You see what I'm saying?
You're right. Yeah.
They buy experiences. They buy food for nutrition and pleasure because it has to taste good. If it tastes disgusting, we're not gonna want it, right? We buy all of this gaming equipment because we want to experience gaming in a different fashion. We want to stream because we're experiencing interacting with people for a different thing, X, Y, and Z. I say all of that to relate to what you said, Mikey, because you're someone that said that you're not someone who's going to talk about it. You're someone that would rather be about it. My question is, why not both? And the reason why my question is because as a community leader, as a community member, especially someone who is essentially the bodyguard, you emulate strength, which means that you ultimately will have a following. So people kind of look to you. You have some people who are looked towards, and then you have some people who are inspiring. You have people you come off as somebody that people look up to rather than look at. You see what I'm saying? So being someone who would rather be about it than do about it is fine. However, the majority of the people that are watching are people who would not do but talk. You see what I'm saying? So if you're someone who's a leader, naturally, if you're someone who's inspiring, naturally,
I'm not.
Are you though? Because I just had a conversation. We were talking for less than an hour.
No, I mean, if it comes off like that, and that's how people perceive me, yeah. I mean, my boys always push me to be that type of guy.
Let me
And
tell you something.
It has nothing to do with me trying or not trying. It just has something to do with me being exactly me.
That's exactly what I'm telling you, brother. That's exactly what I'm telling you. You don't have to. You're not trying to be a leader. You're giving off leadership. That's what I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not telling you. You're not being somebody that you're not. You being Mikey. What I'm telling you is the energy that you emulated to me. I'm a leader, and I know that I'm a leader. Like I said, my issue is not the fact that I don't know my capabilities. My issue is not the fact that I don't know my flaws. My issue is the fact that I don't know how to solve my problems, but I'm very much fully capable of what all of my problems are, whether it be mental, emotional, physical, financial. I'm strategic. I'm an analyst. So off grip, I know everything that's going on with me. I just don't know how to put the shit together. Everything in front of me looks like a wild puzzle, right? But I'm able to articulate exactly what I feel. I don't know you verbatim. I don't know you from a hole in the wall that I put there myself. However, for some odd god awful reason, I know that if I was in the Bronx and I was walking down the street and I was about to get my shit kicked in, and I looked at you, shit, I gotta go to work, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I for some reason, you don't give off the vibe that you wouldn't say something or do something. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
it's
100%.
It's not about being a hero. It's not about trying to be a leader. You're already a leader.
I guess the position I put myself in was like, for example, for my platform, for my stream, right? We don't play no games. It's just that simple. Like, you come in here with the bullshit, you're out immediately.
Right.
You come in here like if it's like in a Discord call or in a setting where there's a lot of people, you say something crazy, I'm gonna say something to you. Right. So it becomes more than Twitter. Like, the only reason I said Twitter before was because I just knew how like especially not too long ago, like I just saw how big it was. Everyone, I love the fact that people were speaking out on it, but then I also knew the people who were faking it.
How many
And
people
I didn't.
who were faking it? How many people
I
do
mean,
you like? How in comparison? And again, the only reason why I'm saying this, and I'm not trying to interrupt you so that you don't speak. I'm trying to interrupt you so that I could challenge your intellect because you're not saying anything that's wrong. You're saying anything that's optimally correct, 100%. But the reasons why I'm challenging your intellect is because there's not a flaw in your perception, but I feel like you have an opportunity to do more. I feel like you have an opportunity to kill two birds with one stone, but you're choosing not to do so because your morals are more intact than other people.
I think it's more of an insecurity with what I try to
Okay.
perceive. I always say this to people, like I don't. Twitter's a tool, right? I
Mhm.
don't know how to use it very well. Alan tells me all the time I don't know how to use it very well, but it's just more of like I don't want to get caught in between the lines for people. Like I don't want like to be looked at a certain way by people. I don't want people to think I'm faking it
Mhm.
or not, or you know what I mean? Like I guess that was the more of the so I didn't know how to use it like that. You know, all I could at the time, all I really knew how to do was show by example, lead by example, right? Like, it's like check up on your black brethren,
I'm gonna
people.
tell you a story.
You know,
I'm gonna tell you a story, and
we do things that and
it
like
correlates.
and that's just the message I was pushing. I wasn't saying like speaking out for it is not the right. It's like no,
No.
absolutely, I love
I'm
it.
not saying that at
I
all.
just
I'm
said
just
my insecurities was like, you know what? I'm gonna go do it in person, yo. Me and my
uh-huh.
wife both do it in person, right? Like, ain't no racist near us.
Right.
They get popped in the mouth.
I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. No, seriously, I respect that. But again, the only reason why I'm saying that is because how do I emulate this?
I know what you're trying to say. I get it.
I'm just trying to.
And look,
I'm
I
trying to
know
provide.
exactly what you're trying to say. That's the beautiful part about it. And it's like I tell people, hey, I'm still learning the game. I've been
No.
streaming for a long time, but I'm still learning the game.
That's
And
fine.
and
What I'm.
and
Go ahead. I'm listening.
if I ever become in a position where I really do have, or I feel like where I would personally feel like I really do have that kind of influence, then I would absolutely you do it for the very good reasons that everybody would want to be done for
You
it.
don't think that you have the capabilities of hitting that level
At the time.
currently?
Oh, currently maybe.
Do you believe that you're going to be someone who will be able to have that type of influence right
Definitely.
now? Not you, Alan. I know
I'm
you.
telling him.
My
No, I'm
boys
talking
believe in
about
me more than I do.
You, Alan. I don't. This question wasn't for you. I know what
That's
you
my
want.
boy, bro.
I hear that, but the question
It's more of a humbleness, really. It's more of a humbleness.
The reason why the question is
like,
not for Alan is because it has to be him. It has to be
Yeah.
him. This is why I say that is because again, for who this is such a hard topic for me because everything that you've said to me just now has been a compliment to yourself, and then in the same breath, it's like equally shared across the board with other people. So it's like you build yourself
my
up.
boys say the same. My boys say the same.
And I'm talking. I've only talked to you for less than an hour, bro, and I'm already telling you your boy has already told to you. So think about what it is that I'm. Think about my senses when it comes down to picking up on people's character. You have to guarantee to yourself, not for your community, for this particular situation, for this particular thing, it has to be fuck your community. And the reason why I say that is because it will positively impact your community for what I'm about to say. Okay? It has to be fuck the community. It has to be fuck your family. It has to be not holistically, right? Metaphorically, it has to be. You have to 100%, 1000% believe in your own capabilities. Period. I don't give a fuck what it is that you're trying to achieve. The conversation that we're having right now is about community building, right? Community building is not just with fucking streaming. Community building is family building. Community building is building relations with your siblings. Community building. How am I going to be a good streamer? And I'm real. You already know what the situation is. I have a horrible relationship with my parents. And I'm starting to get myself back into a position to where I'm taking streaming seriously. So a lot of people who have access to me now, some of them already know who they are. They're already picking up on the fact that they're losing access to me. That's for a reason. You have to believe in your capabilities of what you're trying to do, no matter what it is. I don't give a fuck if you're trying to teach yourself how to build a perfectly modeled paper airplane the size of an actual airplane. I don't give a fuck if that is your life goal. You better believe that you're about to make the most monumental paper airplane on this planet, because it's not going to move forward if you don't believe that. That's one section. That's exactly why I was saying what I was saying, Alan, because it can't be you. It's okay for you to uplift him, but it ain't going to do all of your positivity. Somebody in chat was like, oh, Amaze is the most positive person on the planet. Yeah, he is, but that man makes a post every single day, and we all see it. It's not going to, he's going to be wasting his breath. He's not going to be saying anything important. He's going to talk, he's speaking nothing but bullshit in my eyes if I'm not ingesting it, if I'm not applying it, if I'm not believing it, not because he told me. I don't give a shit. If I got Amaze up in my phone. Me and Amaze was texting today. Amaze was calling me a hero through text. I don't care that Amaze is calling me a hero. I believe that I'm a hero. That's where the impact is, right? So the reasons why I'm saying all of that is because you're saying that you would rather be about it in silence than talk about it. Be about it and then show people that you're about it. It's not about being confident. It's about the fact that there are people who are watching you because you're automatically a hero to them. Them seeing you step up to the plate will inspire them to step up to the plate. You're paying too much attention to people. Same thing with you, Alan. You came on the podcast and the first thing you started talking about was people who was paying attention to Small Hat because she posted ass. I saw it. I don't give a shit if she posted ass, but why are we paying? The whole time that she was on the episode, we slightly paid attention. We were talking about body positivity, so the conversation of the negative aspects of things was important. But let's pay more attention to what it is that we're trying to do, because what Mikey said, and this is all coming round circle. Notice I'm hitting all of y'all talking points. Mikey said that it has to do with the fact that he doesn't want people to think a certain way about him. Brother, people going to do shit regardless. Hence why I was about to tell you the story. I have a PC in my closet right now. Everybody knows. Everybody saw this PC. It's right now. Logo on it. Everybody loves it. Oh, G1. Mike, you remember what happened when I first tried to get my PC, right? You remember that situation?
Yeah.
Prime example. I've been streaming for 5 years. Everybody knows me originally as King Kitsune. When I was streaming, I was originally streaming on 2 laptops. My girlfriend at the time, right? No longer with her. Me and her are still friends, though. My girlfriend at the time, she's probably in chat. I'm not sure if she's still here. My girlfriend at the time, she let me borrow her laptop while I had my own laptop. So I was streaming off of 2 laptops, one to read chat, the other one to stream and play music. And I was using that to stream. The laptop broke down. I told everybody that I was working at Starbucks at this time, right? I was working at Starbucks. I was a high school dropout. I was going to night school. I did not have the money because I wasn't making good money. Did not have the money to save up for a laptop. So, and mind you, MARU could tell you, it took me, we all came up with the idea of it happening. It took me at least 3 weeks to actually put the post in motion because I was 100% terrified to ask for help like that. I had no faith whatsoever. And the moment I posted it, and it's crazy, Alan, and here's the crazy shit. Mike, I don't even think you knew this. I don't even think you know this. Oh, shit. I don't give a fuck because I'm about to drop names. I'm toxic. Holla at me. Alan, you're in Anubis' stream often, right?
Yeah.
Do you know somebody named Shanga Vibes?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Shanga Vibes virally attacked me years ago. Virally. Tried to make it seem like I was asking nudes on the internet via Reddit, XYZ. Like, it was nuts. It was nuts. Now, I'm not saying this, and I'm not name dropping so that y'all can attack homeboy, because obviously it's years later, right? I'm pretty sure he's a complete, again, it was years ago. So I'm 100% sure that homie is a different person now. But the only reason why I'm saying it is because you get to see how tightly knit things are. At the same time, you get to see how different people are when it comes down to development, when it comes down to characteristics. I was what, 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Homie is now a member of Anubis' stream, right? I'm assuming he's a positive influence, yeah? Is he the same person? Is he the same person? I don't know.
You'll never know.
Never know. I'm not about to go ahead and attack homeboy X, Y, and Z. But Mikey, notice what I'm telling you. Here you have somebody who years later probably doesn't even know that I'm the same person. Probably doesn't even know that I was. He probably knows who Nagi is, but doesn't even remember that he attacked King Kitsune all those years ago. Has no clue. See what I'm saying? My point is that no matter what you do, someone is going to talk shit. I was working and going to night school, and I was asking my community for help. I got disrespected. I got called a bum. I was told to get a job by him exactly. I was told to get a job because apparently I wasn't working. I was doing this and the third, and I was over here asking everybody for help and blah, 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 blah. People going to talk. People going to. It is. But what are you going to do about it? People are going to talk shit regardless, whether you're in the limelight or not. Whether you're in the limelight or not, people are going to talk.
Nah, see, this is where I disagree a little.
How? Okay,
I'll tell you. Wait. I feel like
I really want to hear this.
So this whole point of people are gonna talk shit regardless, so you do your own thing type, whatever. That mentality will continue to not fix nothing. Like it won't better the situation for the parties that we're assuming. Like obviously we're assuming that these people are never gonna listen and we're just letting them go type of shit, right? They're probably gonna talk shit anyways. So what's the point of even appealing to this crowd or whatever? And we're just leaving that particular crowd separately, right? Like we were all part of that crowd. Yeah, we were all part of that crowd. You, me, all of us were part of the crowd. Even though I know growth comes from within, incidents happened that touched me for me to, be the way I am right now. Like IRL shit that happened that touched me. I don't want to be talking about and waiting for somebody to experience this IRL incident or whatever for them to go get self-growth. I want to actively foster it. I want to actively be a catalyst for it. So if I feel like I will continue to this whole that's where like a lot of disconnect happens. Whenever I ask people to take a look at the wider perspective of things, it immediately comes back to one particular incident. Like it's not the actual issue or the negative side that we're focusing on. It's more so showing people your vision is tunneled. You're looking at it like this. I'm asking you to look at it like this. Like if you look at an issue like this, you'll see everything that comes with it, not just the negative or the positive, whatever. You'll see every aspect of the issue, every aspect of the particular instance or whatever, right? So that's the only problem that I have with that. What you say, like people come and be hella toxic to me, right? On a regular basis, hella toxic, hella racist. I've been called sand N-word. I've been called like all the regular racist shit.
I'm used to it.
like I can proudly say I've been able to influence those people and they're regulars of mine, and you will never catch them talking shit to anybody or be racist to anybody like that ever.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. That was something that you wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
In spite of what other people would have advised you to do, the lather, right?
Yeah.
So you're proving my point, Alan. Like you got to see how you're proving my point. The reason, follow me.
Okay.
You are choosing to influence, teach, and inspire people who are closed-minded to be better individuals. That's something that you want to do. You see what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
There are people who are still talking shit about you simply because you are doing that, and you don't care because you're doing it because you want to do it. Right? That's why my statement still stands. Because people are going to talk shit about you regardless. Now, I know what I said, how I said it may have come off as do what you want to do and fuck everybody else. No, that's not where I was going with that. What I was saying was do what you want to do, how you want to do it, the right way to affect the right people at the best of your capabilities to emulate the most of your efficiency despite what other people are saying. I just use that terminology as do what you want to do because people are going to talk shit regardless. But there's always a deeper meaning behind that. And honestly, I really got to stop doing that. Like, I'd be talking, but in my head, there's like a subcontext behind it, but it's like shadowed by
understood it.
simpler. But nonetheless, that's why what I said, and I'm sorry I had to like
Go off on a tangent.
I'm sorry I had to Yu-Gi-Oh! Heart of the Cards pull a Exodia on you right that. But what just happened was I let you talk into my trap card because what you just said was 100% right. You see what I'm saying?
So Exodia to your ass.
So you just proved my point because what you're doing is something that you love to do. People are going to talk shit regardless. What you're doing is a positive impact, but you're still doing something that you want to do because it's the right thing to do. That's exactly the point. Here he is, Mikey, an influencer, someone who's capable of someone who emulates natural leadership, natural influence to just his peers. Imagine when he has actual attention on himself. Imagine when he's actually emulating numbers that the two of you, as well as other people in your clan, are all destined to hit. I came on here and the first thing I said to each other was, yeah, we in the same clan, but fuck them. We be yelling at each other all the time, right? That's the first thing I said when y'all got into it. Mike, how many times me and you fought? How many times me and you argued? How many times did I curse you and Mike out? Because I wasn't doing shit. How many times? How many times did you curse me out? A couple times, right? It's a couple times we got at each other's necks.
Yeah.
All of that shit is a part of the process. Even now, originally, you guys are watching the filler. The filler was actually called Little Light Radio when there was 3 of us. This is what Little Light Radio was supposed to be. This is what I saw Little Light Radio as. Mike just had to catch up a little bit. Mike just had to catch up.
Come on, Mike.
I was too busy being toxic with women, so
that's fine. We had to do that, right? But we also had to cut off the dead weight.
At the end of the day, I think it's more of a like I'm sort of like I feel like I love I hate 2021 I love and hate it because of the amount of things that is taken away from me. But at the same time, it's a year where I've been able to reflect a lot. I think the world was in general. A lot of things were outed and a lot of important topics were brought up. And for me personally, like I was able to just sort of like what are we gonna do? Like, who am I gonna be in a trying year? A father? Like I gotta be a father figure. I gotta be this. I gotta be that. And it's like as the year has gone on, it's and as I keep thinking about it, I kind of tell myself it's like, so what it's like the question Nogi's gonna say. It's telling me, it's like, so what are you like? When are you gonna do it? Or how are you gonna, like, do you know, are you capable of it? Do you want to be capable of it? I get all those questions, and it's as the year has gone through, it's more of I've been able to sort of decide to try to step in those shoes already. It takes time with me though, man. Like I said, I'm new to most of it. Even though I've streamed forever, the whole issue is like it's never been as serious to me as it is now.
He's around people who want him to grow. So yeah. It's happening
and of
now.
course, I have the greatest support system I could ask for.
As somebody who pulled this off by himself, like I've had supporters, I've had people who was there. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had people who definitely supported, absolutely. But when it comes down to, I always say this, right? I always say this, and the only reason why I say this now is because I've learned to say this, right? You always ask and you always praise the people who support your channel, right? Both of you, you all have subs, right? Everyone here has subs, right? And we love our subs, right?
It's I love all 10 of them.
I love all, hey, fuck it. I love, whether it be 5, 10, 15, 1,500, I love all of them. I love all of them, right? Every single one of them. I'm constantly trying to think of ideas of someone to support the people who sub to the channel, right? You constantly tell those people, thank you so much for the support, and you always get the same thing in return. Yeah, I supported. Yeah, I did this, but you put the work in. At the end of the day, you press the button. At the end of the, and I'm not saying this to be the inspiring one. I'm not trying to be inspiring. I'm not trying to I'm not All Might in your Deku. I'm not out here trying to fucking have you get off this podcast and wanna. This isn't like watching You Got Served and then all of a sudden we break dances. You know what I mean? Hey, got the you see it? My man out here wearing you ready for the 3rd movie, bro? It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, move. That's a whole other podcast.
Nogi, MARU, do you guys mind if I light a smoke up?
No, go for it.
Do you think, brother?
Okay.
But
Nah, bro. Don't do it. It's not
Too
good
late.
for you.
Too late.
Just kidding. I mean,
So ultimately, when it comes down to that particular aspect, and again, it has to always start with you, because at the end of the day, it all falls on you. But of course, you got to take your time, bro. What's about to come for me in terms of streaming is completely different than anything that I've done over the last 5 years, and I've already been a partner. I went from Twitch to Facebook Gaming to YouTube to Mixer, stayed on Mixer, became a partner. Mixer shut down. I came back over to Twitch and skyrocketed past everything that I did under Little Light Radio since in less time. Period. Point blank. Some of the things that I've achieved since I've been on Twitch, it's been nuts, right? Now, the reasons why I'm saying all of that is because, and I think I tweeted
you could do it.
It's not even a situation where I do it. I did it anyway. I just don't know what it is about my mentality. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if people can relate. I'm pretty sure that people think like me. But my thing is this. I have no self-confidence. I don't have self-confidence. I do not have self-confidence at all whatsoever. I literally spend all day without giving myself a single compliment. I don't think about it whatsoever. It does not register in my head. Weird, right?
You need to go put a booty pic on the main.
Go do your thing, bro. I have no self-confidence. I have nothing but self-doubt. I don't think that I'm able to achieve anything, especially anything that I've done thus far. But I do it anyway. I do it anyway because fuck it. Like I don't have a reason not to not.
Because you're trying to. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not scared of failing, and you're gonna try to prove it to yourself.
I'm terrified of failing. I literally don't have a reason. You don't have a reason to not do it. If the only reason to not do something is fear, nothing physical, nothing realistic, nothing within arm's reach, nothing that your five senses can materialize, something that's only in your head. If your only reason is fear as to why you can't do something, whether it be a job or college or streaming or achieving a dream, whatever it is, whatever the fuck, obviously within reason, because some of y'all are crazy. We're not talking about some of the crazy shit that y'all be talking about, because some of that shit is dangerous, and we're not trying to have people injure themselves.
Disclaimer.
We just had to drop it because we influencers now, so we got to be careful about what we say. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have a reason to really put it into, like, first off, the both of you y'all already putting it into motion. Over the course of this, we've been here for an hour and 8 minutes. I feel like it's longer than that. We've been here for about an hour. The both of you have already started. I've been watching both of you very, very, very closely. Mikey just recently, only because of the filler, because I did not know about you outside of this, and that is my fault. I apologize. Right?
No apologies necessary. I know about you though.
I come home, I feed my cat. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't be doing much. I don't be. You know what I'm saying? I be doing a lot. That's a lot.
Don't worry, we gonna compliment you, even if you don't want to compliment yourself.
But you see the proof now. I have no self-confidence. I just do shit anyway. We just, bro.
I think for me, it's more of like the reason I guess I talk about these things more often now and say them like that is just simply because as like I guess as a father and a broadcaster and a person that even though my community is small, I do have it. It's like I had to prove to myself first that I am the embodiment of what I believe, and that I show that. You know, I had to like make sure, like, before I even brag about anything, that I really am the person that I say I am. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
That makes total sense.
And now as I'm filling those shoes in, it's becoming more and more natural for me to do it.
I respect it. So okay. And I'm glad that you said that, because I just started therapy 2 weeks ago. And that was something that my therapist actually said.
Let's get it.
We out here. We trying to get better out here, right? So
get it.
My therapist actually said something that was along the lines of that, right? And what she said to me was that it's really a situation to where you're kind of starting to actually believe that you are who you say that you are. But the thing is that it's not a situation like you're speaking as if the person that you are, that you say that you are, is getting ready to do some magnificent shit. You got to kind of, you're not acknowledging the already magnificent shit you've already done. Like you're not giving yourself that credit. Like you're already owed a pat on the back. You have any idea?
That's deep.
You have any idea how many people don't even attempt to pursue anything because of fear? Just the action of trying it one day. Like imagine
Will Smith said the best things are the other side of fear.
Right?
Fear kills most dreams, bro.
Bro, my work ethic is immaculate, right? If I decide to do something, I'm going to do it to the point to where if it could potentially kill me, I don't care, right? I've tried graphic design. I was in culinary at one point. I was a skateboarder. I wanted to play guitar at one point. With my work ethic, with my natural work ethic, I could have been a chef, a skateboarder, a designer, and a guitarist.
You could have been whatever the hell you want to be.
I could have been whatever the fuck it was that I want to be and successful at it. But I chose this. So think about that, brother. No matter what you do, you bound to be. The way that I think now is I'm going to achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve. I know that I'm going to be successful. I know that I know that I can do everything that I plan on doing because I've already done it in the span of 5 years. I'm 28 and I'm going through a midlife crisis technically because I'm 28 and I've already achieved my lifelong dream, which was ultimately being a partner streamer. I just had no plans behind that. I always thought about it, but it never got into fruition. Why did I just hit my mic?
Pro streamer.
Shut up. Fucker.
I like it. This is why we call it the filler, huh? Because you're filling us up with some knowledge.
That's not why we call it the
That's
filler.
not what we after
It's funny.
you find out after the show. You find out
One
after
night,
the show.
Mike had a little couple more drinks, and that was just, it was.
It's funny. It's funny to say that. I don't know. The normal in India is people to fucking be brainy as fuck, just do whatever the fuck, and and then become a doctor, engineer, IT professional, whatever. And my sister is a double PhD.
Don't forget the scammers.
Fuck you.
Not the scammers.
That's racist.
That's racist.
Oh yeah. By the way, for those who don't know, the difference between being stereotypical and being a racist is the intent. At me. Anyways, what
Facts.
was I saying?
Dropping facts.
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. So, like, that's the normal year. Like, everybody's fucking brainy. Everybody is really, really fucking smart, right? By 24, I was already at a really, really. I was running Marks and Spencer's command center. Like, I was running an entire team. A very high paying job, and
now you're 40.
I'm 28. Shut up. So like a year ago, like my I just wasn't happy with it. I was not happy. That was what like really fucking did it for me. Like I could be hella successful and have all the money I want, but I wasn't happy. Like, what's the point of doing something and not being happy? I had so whatever money I made, I put it in savings. It takes care of mom and dad and shit. Like, cause dad's got stage 4 cancer. So don't ask me why I'm smoking. There's a long story behind it. If you follow me, you'll know. But they're taken care of, and I told them this is something that I want to do. I wanted to be a teacher, but I was not given the direction, or I didn't have the the path to become a teacher. So I wanted to be so let me fucking do this. I did it. I love this. I love what I'm doing. Like, I'm happy. I wake up with a smile. I wake up content. I wake up knowing that I'm gonna touch somebody's life. I wake up knowing that I'm gonna make somebody's day better. I wake up knowing that somebody's looking forward to listening to my voice, or listening to my story, or listening, or it's the inane feeling of feeling happy that should drive you more than anything else in general. If you're not happy with the choices that you want to make for yourself or whatever path you're going to choose for yourself, Mikey, like, we've already talked about this, like this, Nagi is saying it in front of everybody, but we've had this conversation multiple times in private. If you're not happy with those choices, just not even worth it. Money ain't a thing. Like 8 months, bro. 8 months.
I ain't doing shit that don't make me happy. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If I don't want to talk, if you boring me, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I texted Mike all day today. I texted you all day today, bro. I made sure I responded to all your messages.
He did.
Tell me I'm
lying, bitch. Because I keep adding him on the filler, so he has no choice now.
No, that's not true. Shit, I never heard. I don't be texting him. I be leaving him on red. I didn't leave you on red on Thanksgiving though. I didn't.
No, yeah. You know what's funny? So I sent a message to Nagi for Thanksgiving. Didn't get a response back to like a week and a half later, but somebody actually beat you. So Glad responded 2 weeks later. He was like, "Oh," he said this whole funny thing, but he was just like, "Oh, totally missed this dude. Sorry, maybe next Thanksgiving." But yeah, so
that's why. That's why.
I mean,
maybe Christmas.
Maybe Christmas. But you wanted the truth.
I definitely feel more confident leaving the filler than I came in. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this. You know what's crazy? A lot of the people I look up to, or I'm very impressed by, or like that just give me a very good impression, are always younger than me now.
Because there's a lot of smart people that are just. How old are you, by the way?
30. 29.
All the old ones, bro, be acting up in the fucking.
I'm 30.
No, I'm just saying, like, the people the people that really impress me, or that I feel like I'm learned stuff from them, are the people that are younger than me, especially in this space.
The people. Honestly, I'm really not gonna. There's a kid that I know, right? And I have to clip this. Mike, please, when you clip this section, and the reason why is because this kid is different. This kid is different. This kid is 18 years old, and it's weird trying to explain to people how your brain works sometimes, especially if like you got weird shit going on up here, right? So, this kid told me about his life story, and then he says, I shit you not, and I believe him because I've watched how this kid works, right? He said that his body is incapable of letting him make a choice or commit an action that he solistically doesn't feel can commit the most good to mankind.
What?
Think about that. This kid, 18 years old, said to me, square in my face, my beautifully chiseled, chocolatey, buttery brown, perfectly moisturized face.
It is shiny.
Perfectly moisturized. This motherfucker said shiny. Damn, you call me a nickel? Shit. Right? He looked me square in my eyes and he was like, the only time that I make a choice is if I know for a fact that it will help mankind the most. This kid is 18 years old and he's thinking about man fucking kind. For the first time in my life, Mike, I've never said this to anybody else. For the first time in my life, I looked him square in the face and I said that if All Might, both of us, you'd be eating his hair. It wouldn't be me, bro. He would absolutely choose you. You know why? I know that I'm gonna get to. Listen, all heroes, what do they say? Every hero's like story is them acting before thinking. I don't think too much. I already lost. There's no way. This
man just hit people with an anime reference that a lot of them are like, what?
Right, bro. But you felt it. It brought you to tears. You felt it.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Mike was reading his fucking phone.
I just realized there's a Boruto update that I haven't read.
No, Boruto's gonna be so fire.
People are texting me saying it's fucking crazy.
Nah, bro. Jujutsu Kaisen, bro. Jujutsu Kaisen, bro. Shit is heat.
Jujutsu Kaisen is really good too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna just say this and we gonna go back on topic, right? Kawaki a hoe. I'm gonna just say that. Kawaki a hoe. Listen, Kawaki,
Tough childhood, man.
bro. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to. Really? Are you shitting me? He's in Naruto. There was a moment where every single character in Boruto, right? There was a moment in Boruto where every single adult at the same time, right? Every adult in the entire Boruto anime and manga, there was a moment where every adult at the same time all had their lives in danger. Every single one of them, bro. Karaki can't say shit. Like nothing, bro. Bro, the death arc, they were kids. They was killing it. There was full-blown adults murdering children in the forest for sport on purpose. Like they sent them there to kill them just so that they can hone their skills. If they die, they die. Like that's literally their response. Mikey likes GT. Mikey, you like GT, bro?
I did like GT. I had no choice but to like it. I lived in a small efficiency with no cable, and all I had was a PlayStation and a full collection of Dragon Ball Z DVDs.
You're about to make Nagi quit.
Nah, I'm older now.
I had no choice but to like it. So, like, I literally watched Dragon Ball Z from beginning to end, and at the time, end back then was GT. You know, after DBZ.
Before we all get educated.
That's literally all I watched for like an entire year since I didn't have cable. I had no choice but to like it.
So you was just kind of force-fed it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know about Vegeta, bro.
Oh god, don't get him started.
Guys, I know that sounds terrible, but it was the literal only thing I could watch.
Look how you holding him. Look how you holding him. That's how Goku likes being held. Look at him. That's not manly at all. That's the savior having his mouth played with.
Goku is the man, dude.
This man Alan is over here playing with his lips. He's chilling.
Goku is the man, dude. I'm just saying.
Give him a little kiss. Give him a little kiss.
Nah, bro.
Goku's the man. Yo, B Cube is a huge
I know.
Like he's a huge supporter of Vegeta, and I'm just like, why? Why?
Like why Vegeta? Like why Vegeta?
Like why?
Why Vegeta?
I'm a Master Roshi fan. Just saying.
I just figured. Vegeta, bro.
Yo, Nagi's about to go Itachi. Just kill everybody on this show.
Bro. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh God, because I always get made fun of because apparently it's like this whole fucking Hogwarts book that I be yelling at people about Vegeta. Vegeta's a better character than Goku, man. He just is. Off rip.
Vegeta's lived longer than Goku.
Hey, cool story, bro.
No, he is. No, in all realistic sense, why do you like Goku? Name 5 reasons.
Like?
Why? I'm gonna get into it, but give 5 reasons why you like Goku.
He stays true to his cause, which is he wants to become the best fighter in the world, and he truly believes that he can.
Like he literally does not give a fuck about anything else.
He's exactly what you're asking.
He's the embodiment of like follow your dreams.
Just don't give a fuck about what anybody else would say. Just do your shit. He does it. Vegeta doesn't. Imagine being a Saiyan. Imagine being a purebred Saiyan, right? Like a purebred Saiyan. Imagine being a purebred Saiyan and coming in second all the time. Like, damn, that must hurt.
The prince. Not even just like a purebred, like literal royalty.
Why would he get character development when he is the character? That's all I'm saying.
I love Naruto. Anybody that knows me knows I absolutely love
Naruto. I want everybody in chat to notice. I asked them. You heard me ask the question, right? I said, name 5 things I like about Goku, right? They answered those 5 things.
He cut me off. I had more.
Nah, y'all both in unison. But notice.
Yeah, we're in unison. I'm going. Go. Second point.
But notice how everything that they said is really spot on to everything that Vegeta be saying.
No, not really. He gets slapped.
He gets
does
slapped.
get smacked.
Yeah, true, 100%. I'm not gonna deny that. Vegeta absolutely gets beat 100% of the time, all the time.
They don't do him right.
There was a couple of no, but
I'll give it to the fact that they don't do him right a lot of the
no,
time.
but the reason and I'm so happy that we're in this conversation because the only person that knows what's about to happen is Maru.
Yeah, I already know what you're gonna say.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Or dad? Little dad?
No, I don't give a shit. Vegeta, I told you I'm an analyst, right? Before we get into this conversation, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I have won arguments against Twilight fans. If you don't know,
I'm not arguing with you then.
Oh, nah.
I don't got time for arguing. I don't got that kind of energy.
I told Maru this in a line during Iron Man 3. In an Iron Man 3 line, I got into an argument with 5 people, and I stand on top of this. I tell people about this all the time. I got into an argument with 5 people who were Batman fans, and I converted all of them with my one-man counter argument that Spider-Man would beat Batman. Yeah, sure. Yeah, want to have this conversation?
Yeah, I want to hear it. I mean, I'm curious now. Yeah.
About what? About Vegeta or about Batman?
Give me both. Maybe turn me into a Vegeta fan by all means. I'm open.
Say less. The reasons why Vegeta is the best character is because Vegeta is the most realistic. It's the one that you connect with the most. You just don't want to connect with it. Vegeta is the closest character in all of Dragon Ball that emulates all human emotions. Nobody else does that. Vegeta is the only one. He resonates fear. He resonates self-doubt. Look at the capacity of the things that he's taken personal, right? Goku lost. And I really want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. Goku became a Super Saiyan when Frieza killed Krillin in front of his face, right? Right? We all remember that. Legendary Super Saiyan, right?
Yeah.
It became Super Saiyan how? For those of you who don't remember, Vegeta became Super Saiyan when he was training with himself and could not harness the ability to actually push himself to becoming Super Saiyan. He didn't lose his mind. He didn't break the barrier of self-growth to the point where he was able to emulate Super Saiyan until he was so angry with the fact that he was second to Kakarot. Vegeta had so much self-hatred that it was the equivalent to seeing your best friend blown up in your face. That's how much self-hatred he had, and he achieved Super Saiyan. So you're sitting here talking about how Goku is a man who stands on his morals. He don't back down no matter what, right? Goku has won every single fight with the help of his friends. Vegeta has lost every single fight by himself. Vegeta has won a fight against Toppo standing on what? His pride. Everybody says that Vegeta is trash because all he talks about is his pride and he gets smacked up. He stands on his shit. He speaks about it. I don't understand how he's seen as a bitch. How is he seen as a bitch? He stands on every the same.
No, bro. He's not a bitch. No, hear me out. I'll tell you why. Goku.
I know there's people out there that say he's a bitch. I don't think he's a bitch.
I'm not talking about
say all that.
I'm talking about all hatred that comes towards Vegeta because ultimately the argument is always the same. It's always Vegeta talks a lot but never wins. So ultimately it becomes the person that's the loudest in the room but not the strongest, right? Nobody in all Dragon Ball can actually go up against Vegeta though. The only person that rivals Vegeta is Kakarot. So just because he's on top of that, he's not even the loudest in the room. He's only the loudest when he's talking to the enemy. That's the only time he raises his volume. Other than that, he's on the sidelines not saying shit. In fact, the loudest person in the room is Goku, but he's not the strongest neither because he's constantly being rivaled by Vegeta and he never wins a fight by himself. So is he really the strongest? Oh, that's what it is. He's just the most inspiring. He's just
Ultra Instinct seemed pretty by himself.
I know, bro.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. With Ultra Instinct, you're really going to generate the opportunity of granting him Ultra Instinct. Right now, I will give it to him. And the only reason why is because he trained for it. However, it's an ability that shouldn't even be obtainable by Saiyans. It should only be obtainable by gods of destruction. So that off grip is a nullified argument because that's absolutely character plot. Someone who's not able to actually obtain an ability somehow manages to get it by getting beaten up. That don't make sense. They literally just threw that in his arsenal. Whereas you have
could say he just hates losing,
which is fine. But at the same time, it becomes a scenario to where it's an argument. Look, Maru is definitely going to sleep.
Maru's probably heard this argument so many
You
times.
definitely
He's probably heard it so many times.
I'll tell you why I fuck with Goku, right? No,
Fuck you, bro. I hate it here. That's why I don't talk about it no more. That's why I don't see it.
like you said, like
Yeah,
Vegeta had a lot of self-hatred. You know, he had to get rid of the self-hatred to grow.
Mhm.
Goku didn't need to do that because, you know,
But you got to remember, Goku was also knocked on his head. Goku doesn't have regular characteristic traits because he doesn't have a regular brain. He was dropped as a child, which means that he's not thinking logically. He's not thinking regular
that's completely fine. But these are just my reasons as to why.
Yeah, that's fine. I got you.
No, he didn't have self-hatred. Also, he had friends. Shit, Vegeta didn't have any until Goku came by. That's sad.
It is sad.
Yeah, see, you can't really use that as an argument.
Have you been raised by a tyrant that's also been under a warlord?
That's what I'm saying. Goku, no matter what, he even managed to make a friend out of fucking with Vegeta, and Vegeta was like an evil dude.
So Goku's a better character because his upbringing was better?
No, not upbringing.
No.
Nobody brought him up.
His openness to make friends. He's what he's saying.
Right, but his openness to make friends was based off of a coincidence. It was based off of an accident. He was dropped on his head. He was sent to Earth to destroy it. He was sent to Earth to kill it. Originally, he was sent to Earth to take it. Originally, that's why he was sent to Earth, and it just so happened that the planet was destroyed. Now he was sent to Earth to be saved. So that's the new shit.
So you're gonna amount all his actions, all his decisions to him being dropped on his head and not give him any not credit him for anything.
Personally, the reason why I don't think Goku is the better character is because Goku doesn't have any actual character development. He just grows in strength and size.
Hey, like you said, bro, he was dropped on his head. You can't expect all that, bro.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. I can't expect much of the man, so I'm not going to put much on him either. I'm going to look at everybody else, and the person who has.
I will say that Vegeta has the better character development in the whole series.
He's the only one that has pure character development. And why are we watching? I know that some of us are watching animes just to see the pretty fights and shit. And if that's the case, then 100% Goku is your character. But with me, I'm invested. I overthink. I constantly overthink. I'm constantly looking for deeper meanings. Vegeta is 100% the deeper character out of the entire franchise.
Yo, we leaving Krillin. What about Krillin? We're fucking leaving Krillin off?
That's some character development. I'm not gonna lie.
Krillin is fired because Krillin bagged himself a robotic chick.
Yeah.
And my man's smooth. I don't care what nobody says. My man was able to gain artificial love and turn it real.
He's the weakest, the shortest.
Out here.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
he's not game, bro. He's the weakest.
No hair.
Got a girl. Like, damn, bro.
Against Master Roshi, he's the second strongest human, though.
Yeah, second strongest.
On the planet. He's the second strongest human, only up against Master Roshi. But in terms of everybody else, he's the second strongest human on the planet.
You know what I like about Vegeta? And this is like one thing I was like, I like you for that. He cares about his family way more than Goku does.
My Bulma is always going to be it for me, bro. My Bulma is always going to be it for me, dog. Always going to be it for me. It took Goku what to actually be able to land a hit on Beerus? You smack Bulma. And my man clapped him. He didn't win. He didn't do much damage, but he did enough to get him. He did enough to make him pay attention.
Vegeta's such a good dad. He raised Goku's kid.
That's true.
He raised Goten because Goten was hanging out with Trunks all the time.
Where's Goten? Goten is always at my house. Oh, so fuck it. Goku don't raise his kids. Chi-Chi don't raise her kids. Chi-Chi feeds them, sends them to school.
Nah, she teaches us. She tutors them.
I give you that.
I give you that. Look,
Hey,
some things.
let's come
I don't know.
So yeah,
what
let's
it
go.
is
Let's get
about
back
Goku
to.
that makes people. That
Let's
like
get back to the. I let Nagi do his little. I know he needs to get that out because once the DPZ talk came, I know. But
don't worry. In 30 minutes, Maru, we might have Mandalorian talk.
yo, stop, because you get me started on that. That's a whole nother podcast. But I do want to get into two quick topics. Real fast. I want you guys to talk about the idea behind Masenko, kind of what the aim is for the clan, and then kind of your thoughts behind it, how it came to be, and then Alan, I want to kind of give you this spotlight in this platform to talk about the movement you're trying with the servers, Twitch servers in India. I want to give you that moment to kind of talk about that. But if you guys want to first just talk about Masenko, kind of how it came to be and what you guys feel about the clan.
You wanna go?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it's Reb's vision, and originally, um, it's something that he wanted to do, and I know why he wanted to do it, uh, considering a lot of the mentorship that we see around the Destiny community and how not straight, like, and how most, I don't want to talk too much bad about it, but you know what I mean. He wanted to create something better. That was his goal for it. I don't know. It never had any ultimate goal behind it besides that. It just whatever we grew into, and I sort of just as his friend, as his best friend, I just did whatever I could to help him with it. Whatever I could do to help, I just came through for him. That's pretty much it. And now we've sort of grown into a position where we have things to take care of. We have Masenko stuff to take care of. We have people to look after. We have people that we need to support. We have a home that we want to keep expanding on and protect. Um, and that's just sort of we're learning as we go with that. But essentially, how it started was just that it was a vision that a really kind and humble person wanted. You know, not my vision, not anyone's visions, but his. And we just believed in him enough to make it happen, and then in return he believed in us.
I
That's the
wanna.
best way I could explain it.
I'll tell you why I was interested or I wanted to be a part of it. Uh, and I'll also get into the whole India thing. So basically, right, this vision was Faye's vision. He spoke to Phaeton's vision, and he spoke to Rev, and they both spoke about it, and then they came up with Masanko. So Rev's the leader, Faye's the co-leader, and initially, you know, um, it just started off as a clan, and it wasn't meant for content creators, and it was a clan, and that's all it was in the beginning. And then when I was talking to Reb about this, and something like clicked, right? Something clicked, and for me, the reason that it clicked was I resonated with all the content creators that he picked up in there, right? Uh, I know how it feels to be like a voice in the void. All of you can like talk about this about like everybody says, oh, there's no viewers, there's no this, there's no that, there's no. A lot of people say that. You know, I was in a bunch of podcasts, bro, like a lot of them. There was this one podcast that I was in where I said something and everybody disagreed with the thing that I said. And then another huge content creator said exactly what I said. And then everybody immediately was like, oh, yeah, you're right. Exactly the same thing that I said. He said, and everybody agreed with him. So that was one aspect that, that I understand why people would feel like, I'm a voice in the void type of shit. But I'm literally saying I know how it feels to be a voice in the void. We don't have the same opportunities that everybody else has. Content creators from here don't have the same opportunities like everybody else has. That is why Masenko clicked for me. I wanted to help content creators. I wanted to showcase them with whatever I learned, and make sure that they had the spotlight, even the smallest way that I could give them or whatever. I wanted to build that up for them. I wanted to bring that to the team. That's why I said, I wanted to be a part of it. Coming back to the opportunities I'm talking about, I wanted to talk with you about this, Nagi.
Mm,
When you talk about like you specifically,
mm.
when we talk about like so the reason, I don't know if you know why, the reason of why I started streaming. Do you know?
I don't. No.
uh, Ikwagan was the reason I started streaming.
Mm,
Like, that's my brother, that's my homie. I've known him for years. Like, I love him. You know he's everything, right? um so I've watched his growth from like 5 years.
mm,
How many people stole his ideas and never credited him, and and what is it called? Like how many people looked down on him, how many people didn't believe in him, the amount of work that he put in, and then nobody even paid attention to him. I'm talking like when he had like 15, 20 viewers. I was there for the long haul, like
I was with that.
like I watched his growth. At that point back then, my thought process was very small. It was very, very small. I didn't know that black content creators didn't have the what is it called, the opportunities. Right now people are talking about it, right? You guys are talking about it, like our black women content creators, there's only like two and stuff like that, and and I was blessed to meet more people like JD and Jules, and I that's why I follow you and Reg, because y'all put up y'all. I'm only interested in the things y'all say. The rest of the other people that talk about it, I don't trust them. I just don't. I trust y'all, so I follow certain conversation. I keep going, and as I progress into the community in this industry, quote unquote, I started learning that there are bigger issues to what EK was facing that I didn't understand, and I learned about it, right? And as I kept learning about it, I heard every country has a voice for themselves, and every country has a voice to gas their own people and shit like that. And in that country, y'all were not put on like the way y'all should have been put on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
Like
don't have
black
that. We
content
don't have
creators.
that. We don't have that narrative. Our narrative, when it comes down to black content creators, our narrative is holistically. How can I explain this? Blackness is robbed, but it
Yeah,
is never celebrated. It is never respected. It
yeah,
is exploited. It is utilized. It's copied.
yep, yep,
But the moment, and it's also so heavily taken and watered down that the idea or the hint or the indication that we could do anything within ourselves and flourish becomes a matter of isolation. You see what I'm saying? Prime
yeah,
example. Where,
yeah.
where are you from? Where are you from?
India,
Okay.
Chennai, Tamil Nadu.
Okay. Now you have things like Bollywood, right? I'm asking. I don't want to assume. Or is
Yeah,
that is that
Bollywood, Hollywood. There's so many. Yeah,
okay? So that 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 form of entertainment, right, is holistically to that particular culture. And anyone who looks up that entertainment or that form of entertainment or that form of content knows that it's holistically dedicated specifically for your culture.
no,
Black people, it's not
no. It's
okay,
language based, but yeah,
language based. Okay. So then what I just did was the ultimate American assumption that that's what it is, right?
yeah,
Which means it proves my point by showing how ignorant I am to the topic.
yeah,
You follow me? Cool.
yeah, yeah.
So there you go. So that moving forward, black people essentially don't have something like that. So you can see that idealistically in content creation because black people cannot, it's hard for black people in streaming to kind of build off of each other. It's hard to do
Mm-hmm.
that because it's so accustomed to shadiness. We're untrusting. We don't trust people often. Like the characteristics are very traumatizing. You very rarely see black content creators reach out to either other black content creators or reach out in general because we expect backlash before progress. We expect negative before positive. So that's where that stems from. That's where that is. So yeah,
So,
what EK was it? Good.
so what you're saying is, y'all are your own problems.
What I'm saying is that we've become our own problems
Own
because
problems.
we've,
Okay,
we've
okay.
been given nothing but problems. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So what
yeah,
EK
yeah,
was experiencing, what EK experienced, is something that we all experience. But like you said, every area kind of has their own. They kind of have their own subdivision. They kind of have their own ecosystem where they can kind of gas each other up, like you said, right?
yeah, yeah,
That's there, but it's not really there on a serious
yeah.
scale to where it can apply an effect on multiple areas outside of Black people. I can tell you this right now. One of the most monumental things that Black people are known for is by making light of a situation.
Yeah.
That's what we are mostly known for. And I'm not talking about the obvious things that we should like multiple inventions, multiple discoveries, multiple things that have shaped our world to what it is today. We've had a major hand in that. We don't get attention for that. We get attention for making light of a situation. So right now, what's today? December 21st. What's today? Black people get superpowers. All you see. This year was shit. How many times did Black people save us via comedy? We make light of a situation. That's usually where our ecosystem kind of formulates. After that situation kind of bubbles down, we immediately go back to us just trying to get it, just trying to make it, trying to make something, trying to build something, trying to achieve something, we immediately go back to the hustle of trying to bring value to ourselves and our color.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll follow you. So okay, so you keep that in your head, right? So at least you have an ecosystem. Something. That's what we don't even have that. Like
you don't even have the
legitimately don't even have that
structure.
Right.
We don't have that like from the ground up. And
we don't even have a blueprint.
Yeah, like and that is the fight that I'm fighting. And people immediately equate that to me growing or whatever, or me trying to look for numbers or whatever. Every time I start that conversation, this is for those people. I want you to know, I started this 8 months ago, right? I've done so many things that even partner streamers have not been able to do. That's all I'm letting you know. I don't need growth like that through this movement. I'm not expecting it. This is an actual issue. Like there are no Twitch servers for India. There isn't, which means there's no directed traffic. There's no like directories being formed within our community. We don't have any
commercials.
Yeah, nothing. we don't have that ecosystem, like you said. At least y'all have that ecosystem. We don't even have that, right? We don't have Twitch Prime in India. Like all of you guys have that, right? All of you guys have that. We don't have that. We don't have that, and that's something that I'm trying to fight. I'm trying my best. Like I'm trying to look for the right channels. I'm trying to gather. The problem is people don't pay attention to issues that are not cool, bro. They just don't. If that does not virtue signal like you looking good on the internet, people don't talk about it. People don't stand for it. People don't support it. And this is a fact. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I've watched it happen on multiple occasions. Like
one of the first things that you said, Can I just say that we all look immaculate on camera right now, by the way? I just want to say that we all look fine as shit. This is a batch of some fine ass brothers here. I really want y'all to. Well, Mikey, he taken. So is MARU. Alan, are you single?
Bruh, my
Not no more, brother. What's up? What's happening? What you talking about? I'm gonna talk to you after the podcast.
You better get him in trouble. You better relax.
You feel me? No. What I was gonna say was, it's
you
crazy.
Look good.
You look good. You look good. You look good. I love that. I love that video. What I was gonna say was that it's crazy how one of the first things that you said when you came onto this podcast, and I love how everything came round full circle. One of the first things you said when you came into this podcast is that your norm is not my norm.
Yeah.
That's one of the first things you said. And I paid attention to it. And it's crazy how you say that, right? And as you're expressing the hardships that you're dealing with, you're 100% right. You're absolutely right that what you're dealing with, we don't have that. I don't have no issues. I have Twitch Prime. Some of the things that you're dealing with on your side is 100% not what I'm dealing with whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that what you're dealing with is still somehow similar or identical to somebody else who's equally challenging what you're challenging in their area because their norm is not your norm. So the reasons why I'm saying all of that and how everything kind of comes full circle and how everything is recycled is that even when things are fucking different, they're still the same. and yet we still treat each other so rudely, as if we're not all somehow, some way dealing with the same fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's
People make me act up, man. I don't like these
Hey,
conversations because I get
bust it
hyped,
out.
man.
Bust it out.
No,
Hey, listen, we don't have a
like,
lot of time on the filler left, but
yeah, I'm
my
like the
DMs
type
is
of
always
person
open.
that like I really like. I hate these my boys know it. Like how like I literally turn red, dude.
I
I
like
get
this guy. I
38
like this guy.
hot.
I like this guy. I
I
like
get
this guy.
38 hot, man. Like
Listen, my
I wish
DMs is open, brother.
I've
My DMs is
you know
open.
I've even told my wife there's times where I wish I could just like yeah I wish I could just do something about it. You know, aside I know I can do stuff about it. What I'm saying I wish I could change it instantly. I wish I could just fucking snap my fingers or and like because it sucks to hear, you know. And that shit sucks so much to me. Like when my you don't understand. Like when my people tell me about some of the hardships they go through, it just sucks to hear so much that I'm just like, dude, like it almost feels like I'm here for you is just not enough, and that's the part that sucks, that I'm just like, dude, I wish I could, like, I promise you, bro, like I promise you on everything, bro, like if I can change it instantly, I would.
So I have a question for Alan. Is there anything that we as viewers or we as people who follow you can do to help you in that in your journey, in your venture, trying to get that done for India?
Bro, see, I've started. I tried reaching out to a lot of people to do a lot of things, right? And a lot of conversations get uh, like a pass the buck situation where people just don't want to pay attention to it. Shit like that. My community obviously is 100% behind me. Like whatever I say or do, they're always there. They're always supporting me and shit like that. The noise has to become bigger. It really has to. My personal path, the only path that I feel like I have left is to get a check mark, and I want to get on to Twitch staff. I want to become an ambassador for Twitch India. I want to make Twitch India a thing. That is my path. Not because, partner gets me some shit or whatever. Like, bro, if it's money,
They got
if
the money. No, 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 no. Don't.
partnership
No,
is the
no.
money,
They got the
like
money. I
like
guarantee you. Amazon has the money to do whatever the hell.
yeah, like and for all these things that get lost in the narrative, like I'm pushing for certain things because I want to get a check mark because I want more money off of subs or whatever, like and shit like that. Like, cause I got DMs like this, bro. I'm not even making this shit up. I don't like putting people on blast. I'm not about that energy,
Mhm. I am.
bro. Like, yeah, I mean,
Go
you
for
are.
it.
I don't want to fucking like hurt people. Like, I
I
don't
do.
really care.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
that it's
Group-
crazy.
it's a universal thing for me though, because people, the reason why I don't take no shit and I'm quick to lash out and unleash hell's gates is because ain't nobody pulling no punches on me. I got
Exactly.
life, life, life done bent me over and fucked me so many different times in so many different ways.
That's
I
how,
mean,
that's how we that's how we
Yeah.
came up with the title for the filler.
Yeah.
you feel me? I was the example.
Yeah. The filler's
But
got a ton of L's like Vegeta.
Oh my god.
only two. Only two. Your math is off. You can't do math, chat. I'm out.
Yeah,
Let me-
I forgot what I was saying.
I like this guy. This guy's keeping me on my toes.
Keep continue. You're
Let's
saying
let's
how-
let Alan continue what he was saying
Yeah,
though.
man.
what the thing I think I like for Alan specifically is like I tell him like, bro, do whatever you feel is right because at the end of the day, there's no blueprint for how an Indian Twitch streamer can make an impact. Like we don't have it. There's no example of it. There's nothing. So I mean, it's whoever does it, whoever can put that like lay that foundation and build that path and figure
I'll
it
be
out.
I'll be honest though, and this is like I guess my own ignorance, just like how there's certain people who didn't know about all these amazing black content creators and black streamers. I'll be honest, Alan's the only Indian streamer that I know, and that's my own ignorance and not kind of going out and looking for it, or it's just that it's not as prevalent. But I mean, Alan, if you have this dream to do this, just like Mikey said, there is no blueprint. You're writing the blueprint as you go. You're the one setting the road for everybody else at this
It's
point.
definitely gonna happen, bro. A lot of frustration and a lot of pain behind it, bro. Because there was a partner streamer from India. His name was Super Mad, right? He got partnered by luck, and he told me this himself. I'm not, trying to belittle his work.
Yeah.
Uh, like 6 years ago, he got partner, right? And he got partner because he participated in a tourney, and obviously, people ride waves and shit. That he got partnered. He didn't even get a like when Twitch partners, they all get a Twitch rep that that is them whatever. And if you, I don't know if you're familiar, they got rid of the moderation team, the mod team. The funny part is, in the town hall, they actually congratulated all the mods and thanked all the mods. So stupid. Anyways, the and 6 years later, this year, uh, nobody supported him in 6 years. Nobody supported him. Literally, nobody supported him. And this year, he announced that he's leaving. He quit Twitch completely, and he deleted his channel and everything. And then he's gone to, he's gone to YouTube. Everybody's telling me YouTube is the solution. Motherfucker, no, bro. My community is here. Stop talking about fucking equality only when it suits your agenda. Look at me. Like, pay attention to me. Like, pay attention. Like, there's a lot of issues that we have here. Like, I don't have the same opportunities that you have. My people don't have the same opportunities that you have. Like, pay attention. Don't pay attention to things that only when it suits your needs or your agenda. Like,
Oh, and it's the running hashtag of the month.
yeah, like when it hurts, when it hurts my boys or my girls, when it hurts them, I will fucking pull up to fight. Like, no bullshit. I'll stand for you no matter what. Would you do the same for me? Like, it's not an expectation. It should be a necessity. It should be a necessity.
What I'm gonna say is,
I think it's what Maru said earlier. It's not prevalent, right? Like, we didn't. I honestly, my eyes weren't open to this until you came in my life.
Yeah, and the noise is getting louder, right? Like, I'm trying to make something of it. I'm trying to make things happen. It's frustrating for me because whether I'm gonna hit that partner no matter what, bro. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, there's no stopping me. Like,
here's I'm gonna tell you the heart. I'm gonna be bluntly honest with you. Okay. And the reason why I'm going to be bluntly honest with you is because what I'm going to say to you, hopefully, it propels you forward because I want you to succeed. To the point to where after this podcast, DM me whatever you think is going to benefit you. Mikey, you as well. What I'm going to say to you both is, again, y'all don't know me. This has nothing to do with G1. This has nothing to do with anything of my nature. Mike knows me. And you can ask him if I've ever not kept my promise. You can ask him. If I've never, when it comes down to anything like that, when it comes down to not being there for somebody. So I'm telling you both now, whatever it is that you need to move, whatever it is that you're trying to do forward, send it to me. And we'll figure something out. Now, what I have to say to you in terms of what you want to do, you don't have shit yet. You have a channel. You have a channel, you have a clan. That's it. Slight influence. However, even though it's small, barely noticeable, easily ignored, it still has an opportunity to make something happen. So yeah, right now, you don't have shit, but that doesn't mean that that's going to stay that way. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying to you, like, is it registering? Because I know that it sounds like I'm insulting you, and I want it to be that way. Because you know that it's not an insult because it's coming from me. Realize what you have. It's still small, but it ain't bullshit because you know why you're trying to do what you're trying to do. So you know that what you have in your hands is still relatively small. We all anime fans. We all anime fans, right? We all anime fans. So we know that sometimes the smallest little power up, the smallest little indicator, oh, that boy's a doozy. So utilize that. Everything that you just said within the last 15 minutes about what it is that you're trying to do for people in your area, in your situation, Mikey had already said it. I had no idea. I didn't even fucking know that you don't have Twitch Prime. Why the fuck don't you have Twitch Prime? Now I'm mad, right? Because I don't even make no sense. It's a platform. Why is it unavailable?
It's Amazon.
It's Amazon.
That's wild too, with the fact that the amount of people in India, that's like
So,
Bruh.
money.
so my thing is, so what I'm saying
The
to you,
highest viewed stream this year was an IPL stream from India, bro.
so what I'm saying is,
And I'm talking 1 million people watched it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That
So
don't make
what I'm
sense.
1
saying-
million fucking people watched it.
what I'm
So
saying to you, what I'm saying to you is, if I'm gonna give you the same amount of, I'm gonna give you something that somebody said to me. It's never left my side. It's never left my side, and I've consistently regenerated this process back to back. Who the fuck is this? I'm sorry.
We're gonna now you gotta wrap it up and then we'll end the show just because we're hitting the
What I
2 hour
was
mark.
what I was gonna say is that um, you either have to do something first or you have to do it the best. Right now, Alan, you're in a position to where you could do both of those at the same time. Same thing with you, Mikey. What you're doing is first, but imagine you can either do it the best or you can do it first. But imagine if you do it the best first. So yeah, you have shit right now, but it has the potential to be the very first of the best.
Mhm.
So run
My
with that.
focus is all into my boys. They know that. I
feel
want
that.
Alan to get his partnership. I want my Masenko family to grow. Every single one of them. You know, that's like where all my focus is. As far as my channel, that's like my personal thing. I deal with that on a daily basis. You know, the up and downs of it. But I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like for me, the most important things are sort of like what my boys are fighting for. You know, and
I
I
felt
want to be
that
their
energy.
pillar.
I felt that energy as soon as I went into Masenko and Reb hit me up. As soon as I joined in, I mentioned the filler. Mikey was just like, "Yo, the filler's our podcast. We got to make this the best podcast all around." Like he was just, he didn't even know me. He didn't know who I was, and he just 100% just met me 5 minutes
Now
ago,
shit.
and the
That's
Now
energy
you
was
in
that's
there.
here.
my focus. That's
Now
my
you in the
focus.
cut.
I embody that. Like I said, like I don't, yo, everybody in my clan knows, everybody in there knows, like, yo, I want you guys to succeed. Don't worry about me. I don't never want anybody to feel like they have to worry about me. And if you do, fantastic. I love y'all. My focus is like,
There's only one
bro,
person I know that talks
I got a good life. You know what I mean? I don't want to say that in a mean way. I was like, yo, I'm a father. I got a wife. I got a kids. You know, you got something that's much deeper than what I'm streaming for at the moment. You know, I haven't really figured out what I'm specifically streaming for. If it is for myself or if it's because I enjoy it, it's a little bit of everything. I feel like your like Alan's message and what he's trying to accomplish, just it'll bring me much more joy to see it actually come to fruition.
You know
There's
who you
like
speak of?
Reb's vision and all of that, Cube's vision, Faye's vision, everything they want to do. Just yeah, I want to be your muscle. I want to be your support pillar. I want to be whatever I can be in whatever aspect I can be.
That's crazy.
You know,
There's only one person.
you're like the support class in My Hero.
There's no. You know what he sounds like? You know what he sounds like? He sounds like an org owner. There's only one person I know that talks like that, and that's Kenny. Kenny is always talking about. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna say this. And I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna let Mike close the show. Alan, you are gonna be one of the top streamers known exactly
so
for
too.
why you're choosing to be streaming. Mikey, look into creating your own community, and I'm not talking about just the clan. Look into community building as a business. Your objective right now is to support people. Imagine if you had an actual team. Imagine where you could go. I'm talking
That's what I'm
optic.
learning, you know.
You want
That's
learn,
why
learn
I'm siphoning everything you guys are telling me.
management.
Alan knows
Listen to me,
when
brother.
Nogi speaks, I listen. When Alan speaks, I listen.
Management.
When the boys speak, I listen because
I'm
it's like
telling you.
it's
I'm
so
telling you
important.
now. I'm telling you now. Look into this research. Management, copywriting, licensing, contracts. Look into all of that information, brother. DM me whatever it is that y'all need. Alan,
Yeah.
we gonna be talking, man. Maru, I want a dick pic.
All right, say less.
I want a dick pic.
Yo,
bro.
Bar, real quick, don't end it.
No.
How good was the Mandalorian? Honestly,
But
I gotta go. I didn't watch it. Bye. Love y'all.
Mandalorian was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life,
I
bro.
think it's the greatest Star Wars experience I've ever, and I love Star Wars too.
I love,
Not
bro.
as much
As
as
you can
you.
see,
Not as much as you, but I do enjoy Star Wars and I love their storytelling. But I think the Mandalorian is absolutely incredible, dude. If it doesn't win every possible award, It's
It was, I
still
cried, bro. My my wife
it's
recorded a
really
video of me crying because it was so good. Oh,
no, but
I
like
love it.
you ever I told people like this, it's so good that that you that you wanted to see it end. Does that make sense? Like you are actually grateful that there
Yeah,
was an ending.
got to be blessed.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go and do the outro for the show. Just want to say I appreciate you guys coming on. Great conversations.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So in good old fashioned, what we do is we kind of go around and give piece of recognition or some positive recognition out to somebody in our lives or somebody in the community, and then we kind of just go around and answer one last question. Um, so for mine, for this week is going to be out to Reb and Faye. Um, my shout out's gonna be out to them because they've built, along with you guys, have built an amazing community within Masenko. You know, I've only been there for a couple weeks, and everything I see is just what a community should be like. And
They're
it's only gonna
selfless.
go, yeah, it's only gonna go forward. And I think what they've done is very special, and um, there's nowhere to go but up. So my shout out is definitely for them this week.
I agree.
So yeah, we'll go around and do the shout out. One last question. One piece of advice for somebody who's looking to either go into a community or kind of build a positive community. One piece of advice you kind of give out to them, and along with your shout out for the week, and then we'll go and spread the love and go raid somebody after this. So whoever wants to start it out, either Mikey or Ellen.
You go first, Mikey.
Yes. Advice. Don't be afraid to be a part of a community that you want to be a part of. I tell people all the time, you want to be part of Masenko, we welcome everybody with open arms. You know, like it's more than just a clan tag. Like come be with us, come join us on the journey. Don't be afraid. If you guys need to reach out to me and be part of my community, you need that kind of support system, you're willing to do that. I think people think it's not cool or maybe they're afraid to do that, and I think that should be changed. I think you should be trying to build connections and have support pillars in your life the way I do. It's like you said, I have my boys, I have my best friends, I have Alan, I have Faye, I have Cube, and I have Rev. You know, completely selfless. And for people that don't understand just how selfless those people are, Masenko is, it was never like it. They like, it's a democracy, right? They when it started, ask Alan. They asked, all right, who's gonna be the leader? We all voted on them too, but they were like, well, we're more than happy to let somebody else lead. You know, just to show you like how selfless
This
they really
actually
are at the end
happened.
of the day. Yeah. And who am I gonna give my shout out to? Hmm. That's so many people I want to shout out. Cube for having his twins. My precious best friends, fucking babies. I love those babies. And Alan, because more than recently, he's helped me a lot.
Awesome. Thank you, Mikey, for being on the show. We got to win that Call of Duty tournament next month, bro.
We will.
We got to do it. Alan.
Wear your heart on your sleeve, bro. Like, just it's absolutely fine to fucking be vulnerable and keep that same energy everywhere, not just in places where you see your agenda being fulfilled. If you're talking about something, keep that same energy everywhere in every situation. If you can't do that, then don't talk about it. That's my advice. And shout out.
Before anything, I'm so sorry, Alan. Oh my God, almost Tharva. Yo, let me get some hearts in the chat for Tharva. Everybody,
Yeah.
please. Dude, that one totally blew my mind. Tharva deserves some mad love, and that's who
Also,
I'm gonna give
he
my shout
needs
out
a
to.
lot of love. It's private situation. We can't really talk about it, but yeah, man deserves a lot of love. um, no, my shout out is to my grandmother. She's not here with us anymore. She was the only person in my family that I actually connected to, like actually bonded with. Shout out to her. Without her, I wouldn't be the way I am. She's amazing. I love her. I miss her. um, and regards to shouting out somebody from the community, I Lulu. I don't know how many of you guys know I Lulu. Um, I think she's she's everything that I would like to be like. You know, she
She's
does a
great. Yeah.
she does a she works a 12-hour shift. She's a nurse. Um, she keeps to her schedule, never breaks schedule. 100% committed to her community. She preaches. She carries herself in a way that you would be proud to be a part of her community. You know what I'm saying? And my shout out is to Ailulu. I love her. I respect her, and she has all my love. She's something else, dude. She's something else. Like she had partner like a while ago. Never let the ego hit her head. Like she still rocks with you. I'm talking. She was one of the first streamers that reached out to me. Like when I had like 5 or 6 viewers to actually game with me. Like
Selfless
those
people,
kind of
man.
people, yeah, those kind of people I rock with 100% every time of the day. Like those kind of people, like I fall in love with. Like a big shout out to Ailu. I love her. So my grandmother from my life and Ailu from the community.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you being on the show. Um, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for tuning into the filler on this amazing Monday. I know we kind of went off schedule here, but we will be back on Thursday, January 7th, with another episode. For anybody who kind of missed this episode or wants to kind of hear it from the beginning, you'll be able to see it tomorrow on YouTube or listening to it on Spotify, Apple Music, and all those good listening platforms. Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Appreciate you all. And that's it.